voice a revelation of the extent to which her doubts had oppressed her. "It was like that, out there. Quiet. Still. If you could only understand." "My dear child," he said, "rely on me. The sheriff is bound to assert himself, to keep in the front of things; he's that kind of a man. He'll make an arrest any time, or announce that he will. Don't you see the danger?" He leaned forward and took her hand, a move to which she seemed oblivious. "Don't you see I must have facts to go on, if I'm to help you?" At that she disengaged her hand and sat very straight, her face again a little turned from him. A twitch, like a shudder cut short, moved her whole body, so that the heel of her slipper rapped smartly on the floor. "I wish," she whispered dully, "I wish I knew what to do." "Tell me," he urged, as if he spoke to a child. She showed him her face, very white, with sudden shadows under the eyes. "I must, I think. I must tell you," she said, not much louder than the previous whisper. "You were right. I didn't tell the whole story of what I saw. Believe me, I didn't think it mattered. I thought, really, things would right themselves and explanations be unnecessary. But you knew, didn't you?" "Yes, I knew." He realized her ordeal, helping her through it. "What were they doing?" She held her chin high. "It was all true, what I told you in the library, my being waked up by Father's moving about, my going to the window, my seeing Berne and the judge facing each other across her, there at the end of the awful yellow arm of light. But that wasn't all. The moment the light flashed on, the judge threw back his head a little, like a man about to cry out, shout for help. I am sure that was it. But Berne was too quick for that. Berne put out his hand, his arm shot across her, and his hand closed the judge's mouth. The judge made no noise whatever, but he shook his head from side to side 2 or 3 times, I'm not certain how many, while Berne leaned over the body and whispered to him. It seemed to me I could almost hear the words, but I didn't. Then Berne took his hand from the judge's mouth. I think, before that, the judge made a sign, tried to nod his head up and down, to show he would do as Berne said. Then, when they saw she was dead, they both hurried around the corner to the front of the house, and I heard them come in. I heard the judge call to Father and run up to your room." She was alarmed then by the amazement and disapproval in his face. "Oh," she said, and this time she took his hand. "You see! You see! You don't understand! You think Berne killed her!" "I don't know," he said, wondering. "I must think." For the moment indignation swept him. Wilton, a judge! A judge! Keeping quiet on a thing like that! I must think. End of chapter 10. Recording by Roger Moline.